Have you ever felt guilty or selfish about spending money on yourself? Have you ever dreamed about a different future and what that looks like, but then the guilt and the selfishness starts to come in? In my previous video, I said something that I believe deserves its own conversation. I said that you don't need permission to create a life that feels meaningful to you. And while I believe that's true, I know that most of you don't feel that way yet. Now we've accepted that we're not going to be a parent or we're not going to be a mother. And that comes with changing our identity about ourselves. We might have fully accepted that, but yet we come up against this guilt and selfishness when it comes to our money, and we don't understand why. And usually it's because we're still holding on to those old rules about what it meant to be a mother or what it meant to be a parent. Because think about it. That old script wasn't just about getting married and having children. That old script taught us what our life was supposed to look like, what a good life was supposed to look like, what a good woman or a good parent was supposed to do. It taught us that good parents sacrifice for their family. They put everyone else first. That money is supposed to be spent on the family, not on themselves. And that success meant raising children, and a legacy meant having grandchildren. And that retirement was supposed to look like spending our time and our money on our children and our grandchildren. Now, whether you said that out loud doesn't really matter. Whether you actually think that doesn't really matter. The problem is that those messages are all around us. And over time, it can become how we think. And then because of how we think about that, that's where that uncomfortable feeling comes in. Whether you feel it as guilt or whether it feels selfish or not, it can just feel uncomfortable and you don't understand why. When we let go of the parenthood identity, we don't automatically change our feelings around everything else. So when we start to feel guilty or selfish when we're creating a new vision or we want to spend money on ourselves in whatever way, it's not because those dreams or those goals are wrong. It's because we're still judging those dreams and goals by the rules of the old script. In a way, we're still carrying a piece of that identity with us when it comes to the new vision and how we want to spend our money. When you start to work on that new vision and you're creating new financial goals and you start to bump up against that uncomfortable feeling, whether you know what it is or not, instead of asking yourself, why do I feel uncomfortable? Why do I feel guilty? Why do I feel selfish? I want you to ask the question, if I'm feeling this way, whose rules am I still living by? Am I still living by the rules of the old identity? And once you start reflecting on that and it starts to come out for you, I bet you're going to see what is causing that uncomfortable feeling. And you're going to start choosing new rules for your life. Because that's the beauty of this, right? Even if it's not what we really wanted, the beauty is we get to create new rules for ourselves. We get to create new ways of feeling good about our life. And that's where I say that you don't need permission to create a life that feels meaningful to you. You get to do this for yourself. And don't worry about everyone else. Don't worry about what society says. Don't worry about whether someone thinks that you're being selfish with your money or you're being selfish with your time. It doesn't matter. It's your life. And if that thing is important to you, go after it. If this resonates with you, I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Do you ever come up against the feeling of guilty or selfishness when you're trying to choose something for yourself, whether it's spending money on yourself or choosing travel or choosing a new career or something completely different? And if you have you thought about that you're trying to live by those rules that no longer fit for you? Or is that a new concept for you? Let me know in the comments. I would love to read them. I would love to respond to them. And I would love to carry on this conversation with you. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.